Madrid says it's another day and it's another victory in the Champions League for Real Madrid as we head off to France and defeat Brest 3-0. Rodrygo so close to a hat trick today, but he will settle for only 2 in this one. Jude Bellingham gets back to his scoring ways as well. And what's going to be happening next in the Champions League? I will be talking about that as well. Who will we be facing? Because spoiler right now, we did not make it to the top 8 teams. I'm not that surprised, but we'll be recapping and talking exactly about what's going to be happening next, giving you some of my thoughts in this match as well, my player ratings, and of course, my man of the match. But before we get started, if you're new around here, I'm Dally with Dallyfc, and I cover all things Real Madrid, live streams, match reaction, match previews as well. So if you guys like Real Madrid and you want to support the content, please hit that subscribe button, like the video as well, and let me know in the comments who is your man of the match. So Madrid, I will tell you right now, coming into this match, I made my match preview here. I talked about a couple different things. I said Carlo Ancelotti, it looks like he might have learned his lesson. And then I saw the starting 11 that Carlo Ancelotti rolled out there. And I won't hold you guys any longer because this is the starting 11 that Carlo Ancelotti put out there. And I know. You see him. I see him too. Lucas Vazquez gets to start at the right back position too. Tchouaméni at center back. Ferland Mendy at left back. What is happening? Luka Modric gets to start in the midfield too. I honestly could not believe the starting 11 coming into this game for Real Madrid. I gave you my thoughts. I always give you my thoughts as well on whatever the starting lineup is on Twitter. So if you guys aren't following with me on Twitter, if you don't have a Twitter, go make a Twitter. Follow me on there as well because I will always give you my thoughts during the game as well as my initial thoughts on the starting 11. But I'll tell you right now, I wasn't holding anything back. I hated the starting 11. I honestly did. Ferland Mendy, Tchouaméni, and Lucas Vazquez in the back four. I did not think that was going to be good too. Putting Luka Modric too, even though what we've been seeing from Ceballos lately, he's been so consistently good. I honestly cannot believe that this was a starting 11. But at the end of the day, I do think we are just more of a talented team. And so sometimes we can actually get away with that too. And I will be talking about a couple players that actually made that starting 11 that I was just complaining about. We're not as bad as initially thought today. But we'll be talking about that just in a little bit, guys. But again, taking a look at the starting 11, Kylian Mbappe up top. Rodrygo gets to start at left wing. Jude Bellingham, Brahim Diaz make up the front four. Luka Modric, Fede Valverde midfield. Ferland Mendy, Rudiger, Tchouaméni, Lucas Vazquez, and of course, Thibaut Courtois in the back for Real Madrid. Now, coming into this game, who the hell used the fireworks? Who's in charge of the fireworks for this game? Because there was about a 6-minute delay in this game, and I honestly cannot believe that I couldn't see anything. I think you guys might have forgot about that as well, because if you guys weren't watching the game too, there were fireworks right before the game too, and there was so much smoke that nobody could see. We actually had a 6-minute delay too, which was interesting because today being the Champions League, the final game of the league phases, every single game, all 18 matches kicked off at the exact same time, except for Real Madrid. Now, was that a tactical thing? I don't think so. But I did think it was kind of an interesting thing. But again, whoever is in charge of the fireworks over there in France, you might be lucky to still have your job moving forward. But let's focus on the game. I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking about fireworks and stuff like that. We get some fireworks, but it doesn't come until later in this game because unfortunately for Real Madrid in this one, this was a slow and kind of pathetic first half, in my opinion. I really did not like what I was seeing from Real Madrid in this one too. Taking a look, guys, at some of the stats in the first half, too. 63% possession, only 5 shots for Real Madrid, 9 shots for Brest, and only 2 on target for us, and only 1 big chance, too. So, again, I'm not loving the start to this game as well. I don't exactly know. One of the things I was complaining about is it seemed like we were making triangles with Brahim Diaz, Luka Modric, and Lucas Vazquez out there, too. I don't understand that when the other alternative would be triangles between Kylian Mbappe, Jude Bellingham, and Rodrygo. We later actually find out that, hey, maybe that Rodrygo guy, he's pretty good. That Jude Bellingham guy's pretty good. Kylian Mbappe, he's usually good too. We'll talk about him later in this game. But we finally realized, hey, maybe we should give the ball to Rodrygo because Rodrygo later in the game, he gets the ball and it's a pass from Luka Modric. Rodrygo does the rest, though. He takes care of it. He dribbles around a couple different Brest defenders. I almost said Lille there. And Rodrygo has a beautiful shot and puts it into the back of the net in the 27th minute. And this is just classic Rodrygo coming from the left wing. Honestly, he's such a good player. He something about those Champions League nights that Rodrygo, he just lights the world on fire too. Somebody was tweeting about it too, saying he is easily worth $250 million when he is playing in the Champions League. And honestly, I don't disagree. He's at least worth $150 million in my opinion. And I'm hoping that Real Madrid doesn't sell him at the end of the day, at the end of the year. But we will see what happens. But first half thoughts. Other than that, not a lot. I did not like the first half at all. Honestly, it was a snooze fest. So if you're going to go back and rewatch the game, don't recommend it. Rodrygo's goal was class, but that's kind of what happens with Rodrygo. getting beaten in terms of shots in this game. I was very surprised. Like I said, it was 9-5 in this one as well. Mbappe had a good couple of chances, but he wasn't taking advantage of any of them as well. And both of our center backs actually picked up yellows in the first half as well. So not the best. And it looks like Brest is actually going to find the equalizer, but Brest was a little bit offsides in this one too. Basically just a shoulder was offsides for Brest in this one too. And I was a little nervous too because I thought it was going to be 1-1. I was like, oh great, we're going to have to grind this one out. Now, a little later in the game, Jude Bellingham finds the back of the net. And this is probably my favorite goal of the day. Guys, let me know in the comments, what was your favorite goal? Was it 1, 2, or 3? I think this is my favorite goal because this is a just beautiful, beautiful football by Real Madrid. Team goals. I love team goals. Individual excellence. We've seen it a lot this year. Bangers only. Fede Valverde hitting those all the time. Mbappe's hit a couple snipes in this season so far. Of course, Vinny doing it as well by himself. But I love team goals as well because I think these are the things that you can kind of replicate a little more as well. And I think when we were playing as a team, it's just a lot more fun to watch. Now, this is a beautiful team goal because, first of all, it starts off way in the back too. And Mbappe fakes everyone in the stadium out, fakes all the Brest players out, jumps over the ball. The ball goes to Jude Bellingham. He drives the ball down. And then Jude passes it to Brahim Diaz, who passes it to Lucas Vazquez, who passes it back into the box. And Jude Bellingham is there to tap it in 0.70 XG, just to tell you exactly how easy it was for Jude Bellingham in this one. But it puts Real Madrid up 2-0 in this one. And then a little later in the game, Arda Güler comes on for Brahim Diaz. And honestly, I said it before, I will say it again. I think Arda Güler should be starting over Brahim Diaz, but I will wait to talk about that for the match ratings as well. Now, goal number 3 is Rodrygo once more. And this time, it comes from Kylian Mbappe getting a shot blocked. Kylian Mbappe actually gets a shot blocked in this one. And then Rodrygo is able to jump in there and find the back of the net when it's a little easier of a goal for Rodrygo in this one too, to make it 3-0 for Real Madrid. A couple different things happen after that. Tchouaméni comes off, Vazquez comes off, and Jude Bellingham finally gets a little bit of rest. Alaba comes on, Raul comes on, and Raul, and there was another person. I can't even think who it was. It was Dani Ceballos. That's who it was, guys. All come on. Modric comes off later in the game, and then Endrick comes on as well. But other than that, that is basically the game for Real Madrid. It wasn't the best game. It wasn't the best game in the world. And the thing is, too, when you're taking a look at some of the stats in this game, this is a game that should have been a lot closer than it was. 23 shots in total for Brest in this one compared to Real Madrid's 14. 5 shots were rolling on target for them compared to 6 for Real Madrid. And then Real Madrid had 7 big chances with 5 missed in this game. We had so many different chances in this game that we should have hit. There was a time that Bellingham, I was saying, sniped the ball, just hit it so hard into the back of the net, wide open. Kylian Mbappe missed a couple opportunities in this one too. Rodrygo had a really good opportunity from a beautiful cross from Lucas Vazquez, saved from a header too. This game, honestly, could have gone in multiple ways, but I think the scoreline probably doesn't reflect what this game could have been for Real Madrid. If we actually would have converted about half of those missed opportunities to, again, this game could have been 5-0, 6-0 easily today for Real Madrid. But at the end of the day, it wasn't. But let's talk about some of the players in this one too, because I have a lot of thoughts on some of the players in this one too. And I think you guys were mentioning to me too in the live stream, what are my thoughts on this one? What are my thoughts on that one? Let's talk about it right now. Now, let's start in the back. Thibaut Courtois. Courtois was awesome today. He does let in the 1 goal, right? But it was offsides too. And maybe I'm being a little harsh. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments, guys. Was I being harsh on that offsides goal going in? Maybe a little, because it was a deflection off of Tchouaméni. And at the end of the day, though, Thibaut Courtois, he was very good. 5 saves in total. Specifically, there was 1 save toward the end of the game that I thought was absolute class from Thibaut Courtois. I will go like an 8-4 for Thibaut Courtois today. Very good day for Thibaut Courtois. Ferland Mendy, I don't rate him. I don't rate him. I really don't think he offers that much. I mean, it's funny to me because I talk about it sometimes on Twitter too. And I'm like, oh, wow, he actually crossed the ball into the box. There was a really good opportunity that Jude Bellingham could have headed it in. It's kind of the fact that I'm saying, oh, wow, you crossed the ball. Like how far that we've come from having a Marcelo at left back to Ferland Mendy. Ferland Mendy has not been living up to the hype for me at all. I mean, again, I hyped him up coming into this year. Maybe I'm just wrong doing that. I would way rather be seeing Fran Garcia out there. I didn't think Ferland Mendy did anything great. He didn't let in any goals today. So overall, 7.1 is what SofaScore gave him. I'll go a 7. I'll just go straight 7 for Ferland Mendy today. Rudiger, Rudiger continues to be good and, continues. I think the thing with Rudiger that we need to be understanding is this guy has played so much for Real Madrid. He never gets any rest. Finally, we actually have some options with Alaba coming back, with Raul Asensio getting some rotation as well, that I thought we should be seeing a little more as well. But Rudiger, the fact that he's been playing all these minutes so far, he picks up a yellow in this game. But overall, I thought Rudiger was good. Again, didn't let a goal in or anything like that. So I will go probably a 7-5 for Rudiger in this one. Tchouaméni, he's not a center back. As much as I think that he can eventually be a center back if we really trained him, there's certain instincts that he lacks. And I think physicality is one of those. I think that he can actually make really good tackles when he's like in the midfield sometimes. But how is Rudiger faster than Tchouaméni? I don't understand that as well. Tchouaméni very much lacks pace as well. I think in the air sometimes, whenever crosses are coming into, I feel like he just doesn't know exactly where to be positionally as well. There was a couple hospital passes in this game as well. Tchouaméni, he did make a couple tackles, but overall I was not very impressed with him. Again, doesn't let a goal in. I will just go a straight 7 for Tchouaméni again. I think he should be in the midfield moving forward. But Lucas Vazquez, I need some flowers. I need somebody to be handing me some flowers, because if I had flowers, I'd be handing them right now to Lucas Vazquez, because I will give him his flowers today. Lucas Vazquez was good. He was good today, but I shouldn't be surprised, because the thing I talk about and the reason why I say do not put Lucas Vazquez in there when we were playing elite competition is not like he did anything to fix that today or change my opinion at all, because what Lucas Vazquez is good at is the attack. He is a right winger playing that right back position. But what I have said time and time again, if you are playing that right back position, you are a right back. It is what it is. When we are putting Fede Valverde out there in that right back position, I expect Fede Valverde to be a right back. That's the same thing I have for Lucas Vazquez as well. Now, it was a good day overall for Lucas Vazquez. He had multiple very good crosses into the box in this one too that easily could have led to a couple of assists as well. He gets the assist to Jude Bellingham in this one too. He honestly should have had at least one other assist, maybe even 2 in this assist in this game too. Lucas Vazquez was solid. His passing was very good. Defensively, again, he leaves so much to be desired. I cannot believe how bad he is defensively sometimes. A couple of times too, I don't know exactly why Lucas Vazquez is getting the ball 91 times in this game. I did not understand that as well. Should he be playing right wing? I honestly, I said it before in the live stream as well. I said, if you're going to be doing this, let's move Lucas Vazquez to the Brahim position. Put a Raul Asensio at the right back, or maybe even a Fede Valverde. I don't know. Lucas Vazquez, he's not a right back, but like I said, I will give him his flowers today. I will go an 8-4 for Lucas Vazquez. And that's kind of hard for me to do, but at the same time, I will do it. He still continues to struggle defensively, but again, offensively, he's very good. And today, he was very good for that as well. So again, I will give him his flowers for that. Now, going to the midfield, Fede Valverde continues to be what Fede Valverde is, consistent. I think he was consistent today. Didn't do anything special in this one as well, but overall, I thought he was good. I kind of want to see him passing the ball a little more. He only got 62 touches in this game, 90% passing. If he's going to be taking that place, that Toni Kroos place, Kroos was consistently like 100 passes in this game. I would like Fede Valverde to get better at a couple things. And one of them is getting the ball and then driving it forward and creating opportunities. I'm talking through balls for Rodrygo. I'm talking through balls for Kylian Mbappe, spreading the ball out wide to a Brahim Diaz, stuff like that. That's what I really want to be seeing from Fede Valverde moving forward. But again, overall day, I thought it was good overall. 7.8 is what I will go for Fede Valverde in this one. Luka Modric, 39 years old, and he continues to be pretty good. 96% passing in this one for Luka Modric. I don't think he did anything fantastic in this one. He does get the assist to Rodrygo, but like I mentioned already, that was all Rodrygo on that one too. It does count as an assist, but it is what it is. 7.9 for Luka Modric in this one. Now, Brahim Diaz. Did anybody watch him? Did anybody see Brahim Diaz? Brahim Diaz is not a starter. I love Brahim Diaz off the bench. Off the bench is the very key thing there. Because when Brahim Diaz starts, somebody mentioned to me, because it's been a while since we've seen a masterclass start from Brahim Diaz. Even in the games that he's gotten a goal or gotten an assist when he has started, it starts off so slow. And I don't understand, because when he is coming on as a super sub, Brahim Diaz makes things happen. I thought Brahim Diaz was pretty poor today. Honestly, 86% passing, 48 touches, only one key pass. And if you're playing that right wing position too, the thing that I kind of need to be expecting from you, let's get some shots, right? If Rodrygo's over there, he's getting some shots. If Arda Güler's over there, I know Arda Güler would be taking shots. How many shots do you guys think Brahim Diaz did today? I will tell you right now. Zero shots for Brahim Diaz in this one. I don't think you can be a right winger on this team and taking 0 shots. I don't understand that at all. I'm not saying that you have to be scoring every single game, but like, let's make things happen. I just thought he was kind of a ghost today. I will just go, I'm going to be a little harsh. 6? I'm going to 6 for Brahim Diaz today. I was not impressed with him at all. Let's go to what could be some of your man of the matches. Jude Bellingham in this one. Jude Bellingham gets on the board. Only 1 shot for Jude, but it seems like with Jude, he continues to make it count whenever he actually takes that shot too. It's a beautiful link up today between, like I said, the pass where Kylian Mbappe fakes it. Jude Bellingham gets a beautiful pass over to Brahim Diaz, who passes it to Lucas Vazquez to get the ball back and to put it in the back of the net. But Jude Bellingham, his tackling, I thought was very good today. I thought he was creating chances overall, 94% passing. He had 1 key pass in this one. I don't think it was the best day ever for Jude Bellingham, but again, he does get the goal in this one, and I think he was good overall. I'm not going to rate it that high. This might be shocking. I'm going to go an 8. 8 is what SofaScore gave him. I do think Lucas Vazquez was better than Jude Bellingham today. Again, it pains me a little to say that. It pains me a little, but it is what it is. Let's go, because I think you guys already know who the man of the match is. I think you already know. But let's talk about Kylian Mbappe, because this rating on SofaScore is offensive. 5.4 is what SofaScore gave him as a rating. And again, don't take into effect, like, I don't put that much weight into the SofaScore ratings. Honestly, I give it really 0. When I give you my ratings, it's what my thoughts are in this game. And I will tell you a couple things. Was today Kylian Mbappe's best game? No, absolutely not. It was not his best game at all. He, in this game, hit 90% passing in this one too. He took multiple shots. Only 2 were on target though. Let me count these. 7 shots in total in this one, but only 2 on target. Now, one of the shots does lead to a goal as Rodrygo gets the ball, gets it off the rebound, and puts it into the back of the net. But it wasn't the best day for Kylian Mbappe. And I think the thing is with Kylian Mbappe today, he was getting fed the ball later in the game as the game went on. He should have had a goal at the end of the day, in my opinion, because he had multiple opportunities, in my opinion, in this one to actually get the goal. He doesn't. And so it was not a great day. But again, let me know in the comments, guys. I asked it in the live stream. I'm very curious to hear from you too. Does Kylian Mbappe have to either score a goal or get an assist for it to be a good day for Kylian Mbappe? Let me know in the comments. Very curious to hear from you. But when it comes to my opinion today on Kylian Mbappe, the thing that I will be very impressed in saying is how good his first touch actually has been. Because go back and rewatch this game. When Kylian Mbappe actually was getting the ball, the control that Kylian Mbappe actually has now on the ball is fantastic. He's bringing the ball down, whether it's a pass that has so much pace on it or whether it's a cross into the box, anything like that. Kylian Mbappe is controlling the ball so well lately. Is he always making the right decision and putting it into the right spot? No, he wasn't doing that today. But the difference, again, between his first touch when he first got to Real Madrid and when he got there today is night and day. It honestly, it's fantastic how well he was actually doing with his first touch. But at the end of the day, Kylian Mbappe doesn't get a goal, doesn't get an assist in this one too. He had his chances in this one. I just think it was kind of a bang average day. He was creating opportunities for other players too. Rodrygo was there as well. Jude Bellingham, again, he faked the pass. He jumped over the ball where Jude Bellingham was able to eventually get that goal as well. Kylian Mbappe was involved today. It wasn't to the level that I think we expect Kylian Mbappe, especially coming off that hat trick just a couple days ago. That's kind of the expectation I think we have. It's probably a goal a game. It's kind of what I need to be seeing from Kylian Mbappe. But again, I didn't think it was the best day. I didn't think it was a great day. Let me know in the comments. I'm very curious to hear from you as well what your thoughts on Kylian Mbappe were today. But when it comes to my match rating for him, I'm going to go 7. I'm going to go 7 for Kylian Mbappe. Not a great day, not a terrible day, but somebody who did have a great day and was my man of the match as well. Cannot forget the R guys. Rodrygo. Rodrygo continues to be excellent for Real Madrid when we need him most, especially when he's playing that left wing position, because Rodrygo gets 2 beautiful goals today, especially that first one, man. This class. And Rodrygo in this game too, he had multiple opportunities too where he made some excellent runs. Now, did it lead to anything? No. There was a couple times where he was cutting through the midfield and he had a poor pass to Kylian Mbappe too. But just the dribbling and the effectiveness that Rodrygo had in this game too, it was fantastic. He easily could have had 3 goals in this one too because he missed a header from a beautiful ball from Lucas Vazquez in this one. But at the end of the day, for him to actually get a brace in this one, I was very impressed overall with Rodrygo in this one. I would say a 9.8 for me for Rodrygo today. Probably could have been a 10, very close to being a 10, but overall it was a 9.8 for me for Rodrygo today. Now, at the end of this video, guys, I want to be talking about a couple things. What's going to be happening next with Champions League? What happened exactly? Well, let's take a look now at the table for Champions League. This is a league phase. Barcelona didn't help us out at all. Don't think it would have mattered because the top 8 are here. Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Leverkusen, Lille, Aston Villa. Real Madrid actually finished in 11th spot. And at the end of the day, we could have won 100-0. It wouldn't have mattered. It took 16 points to actually make it to the top 8 with Leverkusen, Lille, and Aston Villa all getting the win today. So it didn't really matter what the result was for Real Madrid. And that's kind of why I wanted to set the expectations like that in the last video in the match preview as well. Now, when it comes to who will we be playing, Dally, I don't officially know, and you won't know either until Friday morning because it's at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. That's going to be early. I'm not going to be up for that one. But in my match preview for the Espanyol match that will be going up that day, I will be talking about exactly who we will be playing. Now, it looks like it's between 2 teams. One of them is probably easier than the other on paper, with the first one being Celtic. But the second one, we have a chance, everybody, to be playing against Manchester City. And honestly, that would be very interesting. It looks like Manchester City is either playing Real Madrid or Bayern Munich. That's a tough pull. That's a tough pull for them. But for Real Madrid, it's going to be either Celtic or Manchester City. Again, I do not know yet. We do not know yet. And we will be finding out Friday morning as well. So I'm very curious to see. And I'll tell you right now, I am predicting we will be playing Manchester City. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. And I'm very curious how this Real Madrid will line up against Manchester City too, because I continue to mention, I will continue to say it, you cannot be putting Lucas Vazquez out there because Guardiola would be exposing us to Savinho would be exposing us as well. They just got this new baller. I believe he's Egyptian, Marmoush. I don't want to be playing them if Lucas Vazquez is out there. I'm telling you guys right now, if that happens, don't expect us making that round of 16. I have very low expectations if that's what we'll be doing. But again, we will be talking about that moving forward as well. I will be mentioning that in my match preview for the Espanyol match coming up this Friday. So if you guys made it to the end of the video, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Helps you out a ton. Like the video as well. Hit that notification bell to never miss a live stream, never miss a video as well. And guys, I will see you for the match preview for the Espanyol match for this weekend very soon. So guys, it's been Dallyfc. Cheers. Al Madrid.